talked about previously. This is what we call our in-system storage project, and it's for our pump station, which is way down at 9 Mile and Jefferson on Lake St. Clair. But where we are standing here today is by 9 Mile and Beaconsfield, which runs right between 9 Mile and 8 Mile actually. I-94 is in the background here, if you see any traffic going by, the tops of the trucks anyway, just so that you know where we're at. There's just a long interceptor pipe that comes down all the way down along by the 9 Mile area that comes from East Point and goes down into our pump station. And one of the things that we are really very focused on is how we can reduce combined sewer overflows going out into our magnificent Great Lakes, in our case, Lake St. Clair. Every older community all over the country has had these older systems that were combined. So their sanitary sewer and their stormwater systems are combined. So when you get a real heavy rain event, the existing underground can't handle it. We then have to try to store as much of the combined sewer overflows as we can, and then we treat them best we can. But then we have to discharge out into Lake St. Clair. It's been going on for decades. But we have really focused on how we can stop doing this. So we've done a number of different operational procedure improvements at Capicon at our pump station. We've reduced CSOs, probably somewhere in the 30 percentile already. This is another project. This is about it's a very expensive project, around $10 million plus to do this project. So we have the political will, and we are willing to buck up, okay? We're willing to spend the dollars to improve our environment. And all of us in Macomb County are absolutely committed to this. So what we're standing by here, and we're excavating our pipe so that we can get down to the pipe to do something called our in-system storage, which I'm going to have my engineer explain to you in just a second. But this is a very large, it's a large hole in the ground is what it looks like right now. But it's about 75 by 50, essentially. We're going to go down about 40 feet down to the pipe. And you'll be able to see the top of the pipe is now becoming exposed. So we're going to be able to access the pipe and put in what we're calling a sort of like a rubberized weir, a rubberized bladder, if you will, that we're going to be able to use to store the flow, right, in a heavy rain event, and then gently release it as we can so that it gets properly treated in Detroit, proper treatment, rather than us, chlorinating it and discharging it out into the lake. So Steve Rizicki, one of my engineers here, this is really his project, he's the manager of this project, and he is going to explain to you what exactly you're looking at here and where we are with this so far. Steve?
So as Candice said, this is an in-system storage device that we're installing. It's a long rubberized bladder that we can use to force water to be stored within the interceptor upstream and then sent down for proper treatment at the end of a rain event. So behind us here, we're excavating the tunnel out. We will then install the big rubber bladder within the pipe, and when completed, we'll inflate to the crown of the pipe to force the water to be held back. Once the event is passed and we can safely start slowly dewatering, it'll be sent off to proper treatment rather than, as previous, would have been a CSO. Where we're at with the project currently is still an excavation stage of the pipe. Within the next month or so, we will have more of the finished structure started. We'll start pouring into the pipe where we can install the devices. And then by the end of the summer is when we expect to have everything almost ready for commissioning, and then plan probably in the fall to have this online and ready to go for operations.
So our guys are doing a great job. We've got a great contractor out here. We've got a great team, not only with my own engineers, but our consulting engineers that we work very closely with the design of this particular system, this project. And everybody is working together very closely here. And the truth is, when you see all of these things happening, right now, I don't know if my camera guy can get this, you see the big bucket of beautiful Michigan blue clay that's being taken out of here. And these contractors don't make it so beautiful because they are chipping away at it. It is really impervious material that we run into down here. So they're having to take this clay out buckets at a time. So it's sort of tedious work. out of the hole. Anyway, as Steve mentioned, we expect to have this project done by the end of this year, 2023. Hopefully it'll be online in the fall. And it will be a huge improvement. We think we can reduce our combined sewer overflows by 10 to 15% with this project. I told you we did another project that reduced it by about 30-35%. And it's, one step at a time, working away at this project on this issue. Again, that has been going on for generations, but it doesn't have to keep going on generation after generation. I think every county that has combined sewer overflows should certainly do whatever they can to stop doing this. And it's not every community that contributes to this. In fact, all the newer subdivisions, the newer parts, they don't have combined systems anymore. It's just the older cities. It's everywhere where you have the older cities. So in our case in Macomb County, it's East Point, St. Clair Shores, and Roseville that have really the combined systems for our retention basins. And we've had a couple of other cities that did have issues that have really done their thing. The city of Mount Clemens spent about $20 million to separate their systems. So they no longer have combined sewer overflows that goes into the Flint River in their case. Township of Clinton Township has spent about $30 million to stop having combined sewer overflows. The city of Warren is spending upwards of $100 million to fix their system. That's an older southern in Macomb County, an older community in Macomb County that has combined systems as well. So in Macomb County, we are extremely all very focused on this. And I know I speak on behalf of every resident in Macomb County. We don't want to keep discharging sewage, whether it's treated or combined with stormwater, out into Lake St. Clair, because it's for us, it's this current generation to not pass on our problems to the next. So thanks for joining us.